It was a moment of tension. Mama Esi stepped into Ife's room, and there, hidden in plain sight, was the Bobolink 12, the device that had become their secret. Ife and Tamawa sat frozen, their faces pale, caught in the act of something they both knew was wrong. Ife. Tamawa. What's going on? Mama Esi's voice trembled as she saw their nervous expressions. Her eyes scanned the room, and her gaze fell on the device in Ife's lap. With a sinking feeling, she picked it up and started scrolling through the video history. What are these, Ife? Mama Esi's voice shook, her disbelief turning to concern. Tamawa's eyes filled with tears, and he broke down crying, unable to hide the shame. Ife just sat there, her heart racing, knowing the secret was no longer hers to keep. It hadn't always been this way. Ife and Tamawa had been best friends since they were toddlers. Their families were close-knit, with their mothers, Mama Esi and Auntie Nana, often sharing long chats over coffee, gossiping and laughing about everything in life. Life was simple and carefree for the two 10-year-olds, who spent their days playing at the park, riding bikes through the neighborhood, and visiting the arcade. But as time passed, Ife's curiosity began to change. One day, she came to her mother with a request, something different from her usual asks. Mama, I need something to help me with my schoolwork, Ife said, her tone serious and filled with determination. Mama Esi, always supportive of Ife's desire to learn, had hesitated at first. You're still young. You don't need such things just yet, she replied gently. But after a moment of reflection, she decided that perhaps it was time for her daughter to have something that would help her grow and explore the world more independently. The very next day, Mama Esi went to a tech store and found the Bobolink 12, a sleek, portable device designed to connect students with educational apps and videos. The merchant promised it would help Ife stay connected with her classmates and expand her learning beyond the classroom. The device and the temptation. When Mama Esi brought the device home, Ife's excitement knew no bounds. She hugged her mother, her heart racing with the promise of this new tool that would help her study. Thank you, Mama. I promise I'll use it for school, she said, eyes shining. At first, Ife kept her promise. She used the Bobolink 12 for its intended purpose, reading ebooks, solving puzzles, and video calling her classmates for group projects. Tamawa, who was always by her side, joined her for hours of shared learning. It was fun, engaging, and filled with the thrill of discovery. But Tamawa's curiosity grew, and one day, while they were both browsing through the apps, he found a video platform. The colorful thumbnails, flashing with bright colors, piqued his curiosity. A particular video caught his eye, for adults only, a warning that made him eager to see what lay behind the screen. Hey, Ife, look at this. It's so cool, let's watch it, Tamawa said, his voice full of mischief. Ife frowned, unsure. Tamawa, I don't think that's a good idea. What if it's not safe? But Tamawa, ever the persuasive one, insisted. It's just a video. No one will know. And we can try it just once, just to see what it is. Reluctantly, Ife agreed, and so they sat together in Ife's room, the door shut tight, as they watched the video. It was confusing, strange, and beyond their understanding, but the thrill of doing something they weren't supposed to made it feel exciting. Soon, the temptation led them to practice the things they had seen, trying to mimic what was shown on the screen, unaware of how much harm this could do. As the days went by, Ife and Tamawa found themselves sneaking away to practice more, their once carefree days of outdoor play and laughter fading into the background. The Bobolink 12 became their secret, their shared link to a world they knew they weren't supposed to see. But their secret didn't last forever. One afternoon, Mama Esi came home early from work. The apartment was eerily quiet. As she passed by Ife's room, she noticed the door slightly ajar. She knocked gently, but when there was no response, she stepped inside. What she saw stopped her heart. There on the bed were Ife and Tamawa, huddled together, looking guilty and nervous. The Bobolink 12 was sitting on Ife's lap, its screen glowing as the two children tried to practice something they had seen on the video. The heartfelt conversation. The confrontation that followed was quiet, yet filled with tension. Word quickly spread to Auntie Nana, and soon, both mothers sat down with Ife and Tamawa to understand what had happened. Auntie Nana looked at Ife with a mix of concern and sadness. Why didn't you come to us if you were curious about something like this? You're too young for these kinds of videos. Mama Esi, her voice firm yet full of care, spoke to the children. You've exposed your minds to things that aren't meant for you, she said gently. This is not the path we want for you. Instead of taking the device away permanently, both mothers decided to guide the children through this difficult moment. They didn't punish them but instead explained the dangers of the internet and the importance of making wise decisions. You must never practice these things again, Mama Esi stressed. There's so much more to explore in this world, but some things are best left until you are older. Though their time together was no longer unsupervised, Ife and Tamawa returned to their studies with renewed focus. Their lives became filled with new activities, helping around the house, learning new skills like cooking and sports, and attending after-school clubs. The bond between them remained, but now with a deeper understanding of the importance of boundaries. As they grew older, the lessons from that day stayed with them. They learned to balance curiosity with responsibility and to seek guidance from their parents when faced with difficult choices. They became responsible young adults who use technology to connect with their friends, explore educational resources, and improve their lives. So, parents play an essential role in helping children grow, learn, and make responsible choices as they navigate the world around them. While curiosity is a natural and important part of growing up, it needs to be guided with wisdom and care. Children's minds are constantly expanding, and their questions and desires often reflect their eagerness to explore new things. However, without proper guidance, this curiosity can lead them into situations where they may not fully understand the consequences, both good and bad. Parents must remain actively involved in their children's lives to ensure they make informed decisions and stay on the right path. This involvement goes beyond just meeting their physical needs. It involves emotional support, teaching life skills, and setting boundaries that help children distinguish between right and wrong. For example, when a child asks about difficult or sensitive topics, instead of avoiding the conversation, a wise parent will engage in a meaningful discussion, providing answers that are both age-appropriate and grounded in the values the family holds dear. This approach not only nurtures the child's curiosity but also builds trust, as children come to understand that their parents are there to guide them with love and wisdom. A good parent will also know when to step in and when to give their child the space to explore. For instance, when a child expresses interest in a new activity, like using social media or joining a new online platform, parents shouldn't immediately shut down the idea. Instead, they can take the opportunity to educate their child about the benefits and risks involved, setting clear expectations and helping them understand the responsibility that comes with using technology safely. By being present and offering guidance, parents can help their children navigate potential challenges without feeling overprotective or overly permissive. Moreover, being a good parent means leading by example. Children learn a great deal by observing their parents' behavior. If a parent demonstrates qualities such as honesty, respect, and kindness, the child is more likely to adopt these behaviors themselves. For instance, if a parent values honesty, they should consistently practice it in their own life, showing that honesty is not just a lesson but a way of living. Children absorb these values not just through words, but through seeing how their parents interact with the world. In the end, being a good parent is about striking a balance between offering guidance and allowing independence, setting boundaries while providing room for exploration, and being both a teacher and a learner in the process. Parents who actively participate in their children's lives, lead with empathy and understanding, and set a strong moral foundation can help their children grow into confident, responsible, and compassionate individuals. It's through this thoughtful involvement that parents ensure their children are equipped to make wise decisions and navigate life with wisdom and care.